Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 15 of the All Things Sports podcast. This message is for the audio listeners. Please skip to about 5 minutes into the episode to skip past our live stream intro. Once again, please skip to about the 5 minute mark to skip past our live stream intro. And with that, we will now begin the live stream portion in a moment as I edit there. And we'll see you in 5 minutes for the start of the show. welcome to episode 15 of the All Things Sports podcast. My name is Zach Bishop, and I'm here with.
Danny Shanholm, sir.
All right, today we have a pretty packed show for you. So we're going to start out with the Penguins, Pittsburgh Penguins' most recent trades and off-season moves here. So as I work on getting episode number 14 out there, published on our audio platforms, I will leave you with this question to answer first, as if I can find it. There it is. First, lead up, normal question. What was your favorite sports moment of the week? You can leave us a comment or call us in at 412-223-7078 in a moment as I get the phone line hooked up here. But Danny, can you go into the Penguins' most recent trades here that have occurred over the weekend as I do some administrative tasks with the podcaster, please?
For sure, Zach. Obviously, great to be with everybody. And starting off here, I guess with the most recent news, and then we'll kind of work our way back because there has been a signing that is very, very, very big. Many of you probably know, but we'll probably go into more detail about that, as well as the trades that I'm about to bring you. So over the weekend, the Penguins dealt a couple of defensemen here. First, we have acquired Ty Smith and a 2023 third-round draft pick for John Marino. Ty Smith comes from the New Jersey Devils. And then we have traded away Mike Matheson and a 2023 fourth-round pick for Jeff Petrie and Ryan Poling. So I like those moves. Move your okay. Just I like those moves, as Zach has told me to move my camera down, so that's what I just did right there. I like those moves. I mean, I think that Matheson really did not really get the job done in the playoffs here, and I think he is. I don't want to say I blame him for the loss, but I kind of do in a sense because he had so many own goals for the in the New York Rangers series. I know that he's a veteran guy and everything like that, and he had moments of brilliance in that series. But I think that that's a good move. I mean, getting there's been talk of clearing all the cap space for I guess Jeff Petrie, who's another D-man, which I don't know a ton about, but I hope that they can kind of step in and that Jeff Petrie can kind of add to our defenseman pairings here, because hopefully, and this brings me to my next I guess point where we also dealt John Marino for Ty Smith and a 2023 third round pick. I don't like this move as much just because I thought John Marino was consistent for us. I thought he's kind of, ever since he kind of came in, you knew what you're gonna get from him. He was kind of a plug and play guy. But I guess you want to clear cap space. You want to have financial freedom to be able to get big signings here. And I guess that's kind of Hextall's I guess rationale for doing that, which I don't mind. So then I guess and I don't know if Zach is still in here, but because
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I am just full screen. But yeah, I am obviously the big news of the day, or the big news of the week, ZB, is that Evgeny Malkin has faked us out. I mean, we thought that we were going to part ways with him, but not so fast, huh, ZB?
This went down exactly as I thought it would. To deal with the 11th hour, that's what I thought. And I'm currently still working on getting episode 14's audio out to you all. And just a brief note for our Twitch listeners: our Twitch streams are now will now be archived, I believe, starting with last episode. I did not have that setting enabled in my Twitch settings, so before we were live on Twitch, and then when I ended the broadcast, they were no longer there to be able to be viewed. So I have changed that setting now. I apologize for not catching that sooner. So my thoughts on the getting Malkin deal here. I think it's a good signing now. I do think Malkin is past his prime, um, but I think it's still good that he'll hopefully finish his career here along with the rest of the core with Letang and Malkin, and it'll be interesting to see all these like Ty Smith and Jeff Petrie and all these players that we've acquired recently.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting. It's just interesting to see. Penguins are not usually this active at the deadline, if I'm not mistaken. Or not
Right.
sorry, wait, is it deadline? No.
Yeah. I mean, it's free agency. Yeah.
Pardon me. It'll be interesting to see just how see some of these guys pan out.
Yeah, and I think too is I just to touch on the Malkin deal here, and then I guess we also like Jan Ruda is also a signing that I really like that move. Yeah, Jan Ruda and Josh Archibald, I think, is my last minute research.
Former Penguin.
But yeah, I like to just talk about the Malkin deal real quick here. I like that, and I want to pose a question to you, ZB, is because I think this is what we had to do in a sense, because who's going to be our second line center if Malkin is not signed?
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's an interesting question. Yeah, but we don't have to worry about that now because Malkin has signed. I believe it's a 4-year deal. I believe.
Yeah, I want to say that's right.
Yeah. So that will.
Yeah, but I think too is like, I think that almost because they knew that they couldn't, like they didn't know who to replace in a sense with Malkin, like they didn't know who was going to be able to fill Malkin's place. I mean, you think about Jeff Carter maybe being able to, maybe, but I think they kind of did this deal almost out of necessity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they definitely did. Oh, right. So that is going to do it for this segment. This episode has not been scripted at all. So we will now move into. I am not prepared for this, but we will now move into the CFL segment as I pull up the CFL standings and the CFL schedule. I don't think I'll be able to share this with you, so I will just read them to you verbally. All right, so to lead off CFL, we have Edmonton beating Montreal 32-31. Edmonton's first win on the year. We have my favorite team, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, defeating Calgary 26-19. We have Toronto beating Saskatchewan 30-24. And lastly, to round out week number 6 here, we have the Hamilton Tiger Cats defeating the Ottawa Redblacks 25-23. And to start week 7 here, we have we have Montreal and Ottawa on the 20. We have for 3 games we have Montreal, Ottawa, and Hamilton and BC on the 21st, and on the 22nd we have Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Toronto, Saskatchewan. Danny, your thoughts on the CFL season to date through 6 weeks here?
Yeah. A lot of close games, right, CB? I mean, especially in week 5, was it? A lot of close games. I mean, I think that that you said I think it's an 18-game season. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it is.
So I mean, third of the way through, right, GB? I think that
I think it's 21 actually. 21.
Is it 21? Really?
I think, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess like kind of getting to where that you really kind of look at start looking at like playoff pictures and things of that nature. So
way too early for that.
What is that?
Way too early for that. It is a 21 week season.
Yeah, but I think you still start looking. I mean, the third of the way through.
Right.
I think you still kind of start your first look at like where teams are lining up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Do you want to kind of elaborate on that a little bit? I have not been able to watch a ton of CFL, but
I actually have not been able to watch much CFL myself, but I have a couple games to catch up on. But it's looking at these scores here, I'm sure same teams have been dominant. Winnipeg and Who else? BC have been dominant as always, and I think they're two early Grey Cup contenders here. This is the 100 and what's that? 7th Grey Cup, I believe.
And you told me it's too early to worry about. You told me it's too early to worry about playoffs, eBay.
Yes, we can still do our early.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Championship matchup here. So
yeah,
should be interesting to watch. Let's see. What do we want to go to next? A lot of options. Oh yes, Women's Euro. The Women's Euro tournament. I do not have the scores up on my screen currently, so we will. Danny, would you like to research these scores for me?
yeah, sure. I mean, I'll pull the scores up here and give you a kind of a lay of the land here, but
I'm still working on getting episode 14 out for you all, but that's a longer episode than usual. That's I do say myself one of our best shows. Episode 14, the college football super conference show that we're calling it here. So I just downloaded it twice. Anyway, proceed.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, GB. But you know, the Euro here has been the Women's Euro has been a really competitive tournament so far. Aside from the 8-0 victory from England that I know our listeners in Norway were disheartened by, but you know, I really am looking forward to you know I'll get the. I'm really looking
Feel free
forward
to show your screen if you'd like. I believe you have that option.
I am trying to. I'm kind of winging it here because I'm. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have Spain and England that's going to be in the.
I don't see it.
Going to be yeah, but I'm not sharing currently.
Oh, you're not sharing. Okay, I thought you were sharing.
Yeah, we're good. No, but we got Spain and England here. I think that is going to be an electric game because I watched that. I just really enjoy the way Spain plays, both just internationally. I mean, they're a very possession-based team, and you hear from, I mean, you know, from watching England that they love to score. You know what I mean, Jack? So I think that those clash of styles will be interesting. I think that England and Spain are both teams that can make a deep run in the knockout stage here, and I guess I can try and share my screen to give everybody a look at the standings. Let me try to do that. But
I recommend sharing a tab.
As I'm doing that though, I am looking, and I think
I'll have to add you to the stream here whenever that comes up. So
I think France here. Let's share. This is live production at finest, right?
Live and unscripted. At least.
Yeah. Share.
On the bottom.
Yeah. I'm clicking it, but I'm not. Okay. I'm just going to, in that case, I think another team to look for is France here. So I'm sorry about this. This quality of the live stream currently. My bad for not being able to. But I mean, France has been dominant. I believe the Netherlands. I mean, they won in 2017, so I'm looking for them too. But I really just love the competitive nature of all the games here because women's football or women's soccer is really becoming competitive. You know, it used to be kind of you would expect. You know which teams are going to make a deep run. You know which teams are always going to be in the semis and the finals. I mean, you look at teams like Northern Ireland. I mean, I know they went 0-3 in this tournament, and I'm looking at the standings. They have a minus 10 goal differential, which is not great. But you know, first Euro's got some experience under the belt, so I really think the women's game is growing. You know what I mean, GB?
Correct. Yeah, it really is nice to see that is up on screen. There we go. It's really nice to see that the women's game is growing in popularity. And like you said, different countries like Northern Ireland, I believe this is their first major tournament that they have been in. So it's interesting to always see the the growth, and most of these players play in the NWSL, so it's nice to see that the women's game overall, not just internationally but at the club level, is growing, and it will be interesting to see the rest
Yeah.
of the tournament as it progresses here. Quick note: the World Baseball Classic is returning next year. I believe qualifiers for that will go on, I believe, in September. So that's something to look forward to. That's a nice event that when they last held it in 2017, I believe, which is the last year the Pittsburgh Penguins won the Stanley Cup. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, we since we were talking about baseball, we will go right into our MLB segment here. So the All-Star break is nearly upon us here. We have the Home Run Derby, I believe, on Monday. If you're watching us live here, and it will be for audio listeners, you'll be hearing this on, I believe, Tuesday. So, and episode 14 is out right now on audio platforms, and give that about 15 minutes to go into our feed on all of our platforms there. So, Home Run Derby, Dan, do you have the bracket ready?
Yeah, we'll work on sharing that. I apologize.
Yes, I recommend going down. I believe you have the capability. Go down to share and then share screen, and then it would be window.
Yes, sir.
That's the best way to do it. I don't know if you have that capability.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for everybody that's waiting on me to do technological things, because that is not my strong suit. But
we know.
Yes, we do. Okay. How am I gonna approach this here? Share settings, dude. It is not letting me click.
Okay. All right. So we will. They will then just announce the. Going to announce the verdict, but we're not doing that. Announce the brackets verbally.
Yes, I am. I have a lot of tabs. Oh boy, I have a lot of things that I have accidentally opened. So let me go. The Home Run Derby. I mean, it's obviously a very cool event, right? Pete Alonso is looking to kind of he won the last one, I believe. So he's looking to kind of go back to back there. I think that he has a really good shot. I think that let me pull up the bracket. I think that Juan Soto also has a very good shot of winning, and
I must interject. I noticed something. I apologize. That yesterday that Juan Soto, I'm here into your thoughts on this, turned down a $440 million deal in the Nationals yesterday.
Yeah.
What is it going to take to sign this man?
That was crazy, Zach, and that's why I'm thinking that he's a dark horse in the Derby here, because like he's got something to prove, so he better come out and show out, because if he has a clunker of a performance, then that was crazy to me, Zach.
Yeah, and reports are that he wants a contract of at least $500 million.
So I mean, that is
there really isn't any difference. You have 440, and let me take my. I won't take my filter off. You have 440 and 500 as I'm doing. The balancing motion with my hands here. So he's not going to spend it all anyway. So I don't know what really the big deal is between 440 million and 500 million, but we're not that well off, so we're not going to go into that. But that's certainly interesting, and kind of surprised me to see yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, like, the Nationals. I think that the last time I looked at the standings, I actually can pull those. I am trying to learn how to effectively do this here, so I apologize. But I believe they're like 26 games out or something. The Nationals are. They are 28 and a half games back, actually. So I get they're not having a great year, but I mean, $440 million is $440 million. You know what I mean, Zach? So that was, I mean, that was very very interesting to hear because I think that he has got to have a good home run derby performance. Honestly, I really think the teams are going to be watching how he play how many home runs he hits because you like the teams want him, but I don't know if they're willing to pay $500 million for him, like you were saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another thing too, just do you want to kind of transition into the? I'm sorry we couldn't get the home run derby bracket up for y'all, but do you want to kind of transition into the like season as a whole kind of thing, ZB?
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. So I was just looking. The Orioles they just lost a 10-game win streak that they had, but that I don't know if you saw that, ZB. That was crazy to me,
I
man.
did not.
Because the Orioles are 500. 500, ZB.
Mhm.
I
Oh, they're
mean,
back to 500 now.
yeah. 45 and 45.
Wow. Okay, oh boy. All right.
And I mean, like, to be able to I mean, that's like that is crazy to me because they were so bad a couple years ago. And to be able to have a 10-game win streak in the AL East with that schedule, I mean that is something to be proud of if you're an Orioles fan. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because that type of thing does not happen, every day. As we know as Pirates fans, we're more likely to lose 10 in a row than to win 10 in a row.
Yes. Yeah. I was reading as the Pirates, I believe, in their they lost, I believe, 2-0 yesterday, and 15-2 in the game before that against the Colorado Rockies. So that
Colorado's not even that good too.
No, yeah, they're not. Yeah, so I believe I think we covered everything we wanted to. Is that correct, Daniel? I think we covered everything.
I would yeah. I mean, another thing, I have got to do a better job of just. I guess another thing too is the Yankees are kind of on a historic pace right now. They're 63 and 28, so that's historic. I mean that
Yeah.
if the Yankees are able to keep that up, and I mean this is what the Yankees should be doing every year because they have so much money. You know what I mean? But like to be able to have that level of success for the first half of the season,
Mhm.
I mean that's I'm glad for Yankees fans that they're able to kind of gloat for now, but I think that they will still choke another World Series like they always do. But we'll see. What do you
Yep.
think, ZB?
Yeah, it's what's the record? Is it 114 wins in a season? Is that I think that's the record. Something like that. Set by the Mariners, I believe.
I think that sounds right.
I think 114. So it'll be interesting to see how they finish up the season, and I think they will be in the World Series once again.
Do you think they win the World Series?
TBD. TBD on that.
Yankees win.
Yes, sir. All right, that will do it for today's episode of the All Things Sports Podcast. We thank you all for listening and tuning in live. As I do see, we have a Twitch viewer that is not myself. All right, so we will see you all next time, right here on, as I get the music ready, right here on the All Things Sports Podcast.